Welcome, everybody, to the Get Bit podcast for blurs, for nerds. If you have a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your hosts of the most, myself, Spartan, Show Guy Joe, Tafari TV. Gentlemen, it is the weekend, and finally Mother Nature has left us alone. How are we feeling?
Tired. I mean, getting used to this heat again because, I guess it technically is spring, but I don't know. Texas has gotten very bipolar this last couple of days.
Well, y'all on God's hot plate, so if y'all are hot and cold, we are screwed. Joe, what about you?
Celebrating Black History Month by not saying Wakanda forever or wearing a Maya Angelou shirt. Look, it's just not right if I do it.
Well, I feel like somebody sent me a video of Maya Angelou shirts on sale somewhere. I can't remember where I saw it.
Yeah, that actually was a pointed topic that came up today, interestingly, and I'm like, I am fairly certain that her family did not authorize this shirt. And why does she have the Bride of Frankenstein shock hair?
I was like, why do we have the funeral? It's gonna get the picture's gonna be distorted after 2 washes font going on. Like Maya, you mean Maya and I Rise, Angelou?
Seriously, the shirt, and this is the shirt I saw, seriously looked like she guest starred in Mel Brooks' adaptation of Bride of Frankenstein.
I'm stuck on the fact of just an image of Joe walking into work wearing a Maya Angelou shirt, and the first thing he says, Wakanda forever. The image alone is why.
Now, to be fair, in my defense, they know that I could get away with the Wakanda forever because I am a comic book nerd.
Fair.
My Angelou thing, I may have to go into greater explanation.
I would sit there as my screen is frozen. Luckily, this camera, I swear. But yeah, outside of that, guys, if you hadn't noticed, we are a little bit on the leveled up side, and this is always a fair warning. We do try to watch our language, but let's be honest, words do fly. At the same time, guys, there may be things that might be shown because we do show trailers of movies and video games. It might be too intense for younger viewers, so viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. So, how are we going to start this? Well, basically, guys, Nintendo Direct did come out and did have some choice trailers. Some of them that, gave us updates on releases are going to happen, and some were a little bit of a surprise. But the first we're going to play, again, we've seen this before. This is called Orbitals.
Hooray!
Deep in space, a research station was suddenly struck by a cosmic storm. 15 years later, its survivors are living peacefully. But the threat of another cosmic storm is coming up fast. Maki and Omura, 2 young explorers, must now brave galactic dangers and save all that's left of their home. Teamwork is key in this 2-player co-op adventure. You'll need a few tools to survive. The scrap hook grabs and moves platforms so you can carve a path forward. The liquid launcher blasts water to activate mechanisms and cool down scorching surfaces. And the beam cannon fires a stream of super hot heat to destroy obstacles, open doors, and more. Use the tools together, and you might discover unexpected solutions to puzzles. While exploring, you can encounter strange life forms, or opt for a detour and take a little travel break. With GameShare, 2 players can adventure together locally or online if one person has the game. Can these 2 brave explorers save their home? Orbitals launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system this summer.
Every time I hear that background music, I'm immediately thinking Gundam. Gundam always comes to mind whenever I hear that. But anyway, guys, that was Orbitals. Again, it is looks like a fun 2-player co-op. Will be available this summer, so probably July or August, I'm guessing. I don't think they really did give an exact date outside of summer 2026. Yeah, that's pretty much what they said. But again, I'd give it a shot. I would give it a shot. It looks fun to play. I don't think I ever ran into a bad co-op game now that I think about it. But Joe, any thoughts on it?
Oh no, I'm still gonna get it. I don't know how I'll play it. I guess one hand will be one thing and one hand will be the other character, but I'll definitely play it.
Oh yeah, I would think that you would it's just like shoot, what's the one on PSN? No Way Out, because that was a co-op too, but I mean you can still play as one player, but the AI wasn't very helpful, but again, not that bad. But I don't know, I would give that a shot, although it's for the Switch too. But hey, my original Switch still working, so as long as that Switch is still up and kicking, I see no reason to go to a Switch 2, at least not yet. But let us know in the comments what you think of Orbitals. Like I said, solid co-op from what it looks like. Tafari, any thoughts on Orbitals?
Only thing that made me like semi-pay attention to it was in that recent direct we had, right?
Yeah.
And I believe we saw it before then. Like, so far, this has been one of the only titles that's made me pay attention both times. Everything else was not worth waking up at whatever ass crack of dawn they keep trying to make us do these shows at. Like, it
was at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No,
again,
like I'm not. It's between the BS of talk radio and Nintendo. Like, I don't need, especially for a partner direct, I don't need that disappointment with my morning coffee that I don't drink because I'm a hot chocolate guy.
Coffee saves lives. I know it saves mine. But like I said, seems like a solid one. The next one from the Nintendo Direct that we were looking at, called Tokyo Scramble. And I'm going to reserve judgment on this one if you haven't seen it, because if you like dinosaurs, this is going to be up your alley. But I'm just going to play the trailer and shut up. Hey, room full of birds. Full of blurs. Sorry, Kira. I just completely screwed up your name. Coffee is life. You ain't lying. But anyway, here's Tokyo Scramble.
What the heck just happened? You've got to be kidding me. What is that thing? Subway Sesame, huh? Maybe this is just what I need.
Hey, that's almost like a treadmill. Time to get your steps in.
I know that's the right time, but I'm sure now nothing can slow down. There is no bright line. I'll ensure that no one can bring me down. Though this might not be easy most times, moving forward, there's no one who's ever been raised, but I'll keep on walking in this light. I know it's the right time, and I'm sure that no one can stop me. I know it's the right time to keep on standing strong in this life.
All right. So that was the trailer for Tokyo Scramble. As you can see, guys, will be released digitally February 11th, 2026 for the Nintendo Switch 2. I am confused on why dinosaurs.
I was going to say, why are we trapped in the void from the amazing world of Gumball playing Dino Turok Trap Simulator? Like, why specifically? What is happening?
So what I'm seeing is this is a crisis of dinosaurs.
Dino Crisis, but in the void from like Loki with no sunlight, and we're playing it as Fred's sister from Scooby-Doo, I guess.
Pretty much.
This was not the trailer I saw. I did not hear any of this overly goofy pop music.
Mhm.
The trailer I saw was the one where it was like the overview where it had a much darker tone to it. So I don't know what's going on with this.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed creepy enough. Like she getting chased down by all, and not just dinosaurs. Most of them are the smart ones that know how to open doors and like check cupboards and shit.
Although
it also gave Life is Strange
As long as you're
vibes.
not the ones that read the New York Post, I'll be okay.
like I said, for me, it's like I'm from the Turok side of the world. If I see dinosaurs, I'm expecting weapons. Now, again, this is a little bit more on the fact that you see her using different items to distract or to capture or just to evade. I'm sure it's gonna reach out.
I'm fairly certain that one dinosaur got its head caved in.
Oh yeah, that one dinosaur's probably gone.
Yeah,
but
it gave like Life is
dead.
It gave like I say you he did. The music felt like it was from the Life is Strange trailer, which also I'm just like, why?
Right.
Again, as weird of powers as they get in that series, it is not past me to believe that this is somehow tied into Life is Strange.
It could. Y'all are bringing back one of your worst characters who, if I play it, she's going back in that casket. I'm sorry.
Right. But like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to appeal to somebody. I'm sorry. When I take a dinosaur out, I either need a bow and arrow or a shotgun. That's what I'm used to. What do you say, Kira? It feels like a Digimon X Slice of Life anime crossover. Yeah.
Man, do not besmirch Digimon's name.
Not legally, but yes.
Oh, speaking of other things that are legal, Tekken 8 Season 3 trailer did come out.
And, before we even run this, man, they are pissed.
Are they?
Yes.
Oh, God.
They are. But before Joe explains it, here's the trailer.
Oh, I don't need to explain anything. The trailer is going to tell you.
Looks like we might have a brand new champion, and it's gonna be Newmont to close it out.
Make some noise. We are about to get started with Tekken
「
Kangaroo Jack?
Raja Junior! Season 3. New character.
All right. So that was, guys, the trailer for Tekken 8 Season 3. The reason why, and if you're still confused as to why some Tekken players might have a little bit of an issue, again, if you there's a few things that they are changing. They wanted more players wanted defensive options, just because the heat system that's currently involved in Tekken 8 seems to reward non-aggressive. And basically, it's a 50-50 shot. Like, for most combos, it's like a punch. You know, if you miss on the punch, you're pretty much eating all of it. And I mean, by all of it, I mean the entire life bar is probably gone if you go fighting a skilled player. So they didn't change that. What do you say, Kira? I would pay full price for this game because it's Black History Month. Really, Kira? Because it's Black History Month. The other reasons, let's see. Character identity. Some people believe that, strength and weaknesses are not getting as balanced as they say they are. Combo links are still a problem. I don't really have a problem with combo links. I just think that it's always a skill issue, but that's me. And again, there seems to be some people would sit there and say that the community, the developers are not listening to the community whenever they're making suggestions to the game. Those may feel like they're not being heard. So, and I think that's off the top of my head. Joe, did I miss any other reasons why some Tekken characters?
This is the last season with Harada, because remember Harada.
I was gonna say he's leaving, right? He's done.
Yeah.
This
Harada's
is the last season with Harada. So season 4 rolls around.
Yeah.
God help him.
So yeah, I mean, for me.
Oh, also Bob.
I was gonna say, are we just like did he just call us fat Americans and then retire? Like, damn.
So here's the thing. Bob was at one point skinny. Canonically, he was skinny, and he was almost identical to Ken Masters. Then he realized being fat is better. So got fat, but worked to the point where he retained his speed. Mm-hmm. This is in-canon stuff. So he is horribly unbalanced at one point, to the point where one of the major Tekken tournaments, all eight top 8 were Bobs.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I mean, yeah, and Bob was a good fighter. I still like playing with Bob though, but yeah, some folks, like I said, I can understand to a certain point, but Tekken has always been this way. And the problem is, as you're trying to fix the fight system, some people are going to get an advantage. Some people who had an advantage are not going to have an advantage anymore because your fight style is going to change. Dims the breaks. I can't sit there and say otherwise outside of the fact of, well, that's the breaks. I mean, they're not doing a complete overhaul. I just think that they're just trying to adjust the game as best they can because folks are finding their ways around certain characters. Example, Eddie Gordo. Eddie Gordo was overpowered for the longest time, and his combo was easy to do. And so many people complain the same way they complained about King, the same way they complained about Armor King, the same way they complained about Yosumitsu, the same way they complained about Jin Kamazama, the same way they complained. I can keep going down the list. They're gonna find somebody different.
Yeah, but like Eddie Gordo is the test to see how much Tekken does a person play, because if you're losing to Eddie, and there are some very skilled people with Eddie, but what I'm about to say is a fundamental fact. If you're losing to a new Eddie player, it's because you're not blocking low. You get your skills up. It's like play somebody who does King. If someone you're going against is a King fan and they run you through the hot 8 and you get mad, get your skills up. If they're able to run the hot 8 on you and literally win a match,
It's not them. It's you.
Yeah, but remember they also had that issue that came up. I think we talked about it a while ago where they had to roll back something on Throw Tech because Throw Tech still hurt you.
Yeah. It was almost counts. Literally, the best way to sum it up in short words, almost counted on fall damage. But still, if fall damage took you out, I'm sorry. If you take fall damage out the equation, the combo itself is easy to break. But if you're not skilled enough, you go along for the ride. So I'm sorry. It's like I get some complaints, but at the same time, as I said in every fighting game, look, either you win or you get beat. Me and Joe played each other on 2XKO when it came out. He got some wins, I got some wins. Mm-hmm. You're gonna win or lose either way, but nobody's gonna be undefeated. Somebody's gonna take an L sometime. But
I did unlock the robot, by the way.
Oh, how do you play?
I can grab you from anywhere.
And a lot of pauses before that subject.
And also, I can one of his assists is a grab that resets you. So I can do a small combo with Vi, launch you into the air, grab you back down, and do a full reset.
So pretty much you're doing the Zangief combo from Street Fighter Alpha.
It's because I launch you into the air, he does the air grab, pulls you back, and that just fully resets you.
Yeah, the Zangief combo from Street Fighter Alpha. So if you do it enough, you can loop me till you beat me.
You can't loop because at some point you do just naturally flip out of it from too many from your stun gauge being reset, but I do get a full standard reset.
Gotcha. Safari, any thoughts on Tekken 3 Season 8, sir? I'm sorry, Tekken 8 Season 3?
I don't mind it. I like the burger was already enough for like, oh, clearly America, hot like hamburgers, hot dogs. Then when he gets like revealed, I'm like, all right, that's just funny. Like that is just a funny way for Harada to exit. Like, hey, here's a regular Tekken character, here's a fat American dude, and Kangaroo Jack's child. Like, and we're out.
Is it wild that we don't feel offensive that when they went to America, the first thing they showed was a burger and bacon? It was like,
I mean, burger is the most American thing because that used to always be the thing. We're gonna go to America and try like an American burger. So I was like, I get it, but once they pulled up like Donut Nathan Drake, I was like, okay, well, holy shit.
He's also supposed to be a spoof of Rufus from Street Fighter 4 because they roughly came out around the same time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm like, really, Harada? That's how you gonna do us on the way out? Have a burger?
To be fair. There's two things that Japanese know about America, or they continuously link together: cowboys and cheeseburgers. Case in point, Kaku Ranger. The first time we meet the American ninja, Ken Katsuragi, he was a cowboy. When we had the American ninja in the Ninja, not only was he a cowboy themed, his morpher was a cheeseburger.
Yeah. I just feel a little bit offended. But anyway, moving right along with the direct, where there was also another trailer for Monster Hunter Stories 3 that came out, and Joe actually got to play a little bit of the demo. But here's the trailer.
A harbinger of conflict to come.
Conflict? They speak of the Rift War 2 centuries ago.
Vermeil faces an unprecedented crisis.
Not very nice, putting us to work solving this big confusing mystery of theirs.
I guess not. That's what we Rangers are here for.
Better hurry.
Right!
And with that launch, we do know that it is coming out March 13th. So again, not too far from now, as we have just now entered February. Still going to be available on Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and Steam. The demo is available right now, and Joe did get to play a little bit of it. But while I'm bringing it up, Joe, what did you think of the demo?
I think that the mom probably cheated on the dad because I look nothing like either of those parents in the game. But let's say what it is. Also, for what I designed my character as, there we go. My character, because they do have flashbacks to when you're a younger kid. What the hell is with this Namek Gohan hair they give you as a kid? I feel sorry for me. But the game itself is really, really fun. They did take away Sword and Shield, which is super weird. Unless there's a story tie-in reason you get it back. You get they take away Sword and Shield, but they do give you Longsword in this game. You don't have light bowgun or heavy bowgun. You do get bow and arrow. You don't get insect glaive. You don't get switch axe or charge blade. You can carry 3 weapons. You can fight monsters and whatnot. Monsters. You go raid their nests, steal their eggs, hatch their young, raise them as their own, or set them back in. Because that is one of the new things about this is you can raise the ecology level of whatever zone you're in and purposely make more monsters appear. And the more of a certain species you get, the more chance you get of variations. Like, for example, you know the Chatacabra, the toad from Monster Hunter Wilds?
Yeah.
So if you raise it enough, you can find a fire variant.
Okay.
And if you raise it even further, there's a chance you can get a mutant variant. Like, for example, with Rathian, there's Pink Rathian, which is a more poisonous one. And that's just a variant of a Rathian. And then if you raise both Pink and Standard Rathian up to a certain level, you get the mutant variation, which is Dread Queen Rathian.
So you're god rolling your monster rod?
No, like you raise the ecology level by finding the eggs, raising them, and then releasing them into the wild so there's more of that species in the area.
Okay.
And then eventually they will spawn either variations or mutants. Mutant lines.
So you're playing Jurassic Park.
Kind of. You're not like mating them, you're just making it to where there's more, like, for example, more Rathians in an area than normal.
All right, cool. Let me see if I can see if we can get to where you were in the fight. I think you're right here. I want to say you're about right here. So it's still going. It's like it's still going to go through the tutorial a little bit. So you went with the longsword.
No, you're given the longsword, the hunting horn, and the bow and arrow right off the bat, but you can swap immediately into standard ones.
Okay. I am getting Pokemon Arena vibes. just from the
I mean,
up top
this is
camera.
kind of what it is.
I was like, I'm just kind of getting Pokemon Arena vibes. Just because of the up top camera. I mean, it does make sense if you got, looks like it's 4-on-1. And unless you're doing some head-to-head. Okay.
Yeah, it's a triangle system. So speed beats power, technique beats speed, power beats technique. So if you match an attack and you went out, you do your attack and their attack is taken away.
Ah. So you just said, so you cancel them out.
Yeah. So, and you can also break monster pieces and eventually you can cripple them and then dogpile on them, kind of like in Persona.
Uh-huh.
So it's been fun. There's a monster in there you absolutely cannot beat because of level cap reasons.
Oh, dang. One hit kills?
You are capped at level 10.
Mm-hmm.
I stumbled across a Pharaoh, which is the blighted version of a Brachydios at level 42.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't get past that thing.
Damn. Well, no, it just looks like it's so what did you think of the demo? Is it going to make you, I mean, well, you're already playing just because, you know.
No, I've already beaten it. It's about 4 to 5 hours. It covers maybe the first chapter of the game, I guess is the best way of putting it. Character designs are fantastic. I love it, the older thing. You like progressively get older as a main. Let me rephrase that. As this series progresses, like Monster Hunter scored 1, 2, and 3, you start off as a super little kid, then you're kind of a preteen, and in this one you're playing a full-on like 18 to 20-year-old.
Huh.
So I mean, you're going to be, and all these games have horribly dark stories the further you get in. So,
Hey, man. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So stuff does get dark and very adult and mature as you go in on this stuff. So I can't wait to see what we're going to be dealing with now that we're 20-year-olds, because we were dealing with some heavy stuff when you were running around as like a 10-year-old.
So that's definitely going to be interesting. So yeah, come March 13th, it looks like it's going to be a fun time. So I definitely want to give it a shot. I know I still have my backlog.
I think they're all on sale right now too.
Oh yeah, they are, because Rise and Sunbreak on PS5 is like $6.
There you go.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely on sale. I have to keep that in mind. That being said, we do have a different trailer. This one actually I looked at before we actually went live. Horizon Hunters Gathering, because again, we know there's going to be another Horizon game following Forbidden West. We know 3 is going to be coming eventually, but in the meantime, they come out with Horizon Hunters Gathering, which is a nice little 3 co-op. And I'm going to be honest, I like the way it looks. But if you haven't seen it, here's a trailer.
From the ashes of the old world came machines. For ages, they were the guardians of the natural world. And they turned against us. Now, they're getting deadlier by the day. All across the land, people are dying. That's why our leader gave me this command. We have to fight back. And to do that, we need a team. Soldiers who always hold the line. And mercenaries who may have crossed it now and then. Infiltrators who hide in the dark. And champions who shine.
So what? One person from Chinatown and she's from South LA?
Whose stories are just beginning.
And he's from New Mexico. Got it.
Legends looking for one last shot. The last one.
And that's just Junkrats.
For those who need it most. Made up of the greatest hunters in the land. This is Hunters Gathering.
All right, so that was a trailer for Horizon Hunters Gathering. You can wishlist it now, as it'll be out on PS5 and Steam. It is a 3 co-op game, so again, you will be in the world of Horizon, probably in a 3-man fire team. I dig it. As Joe was giving off the nationalities of every character. I heard that, by the way. I know for me, I'm sold. I'm waiting on. I would love to see a demo, but I'm sold. But what do you guys think?
I'm so tired of hero shooters.
Why are you tired? Why? I'm curious. Why?
Okay, here's one of the things. I just don't enjoy shooting games in general, so there's that.
Okay.
Although the RoboCop game is really good. I will tell you that right now.
Okay.
Because I did get that on sale. That one we talked about earlier, where it's just the raid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually going really well. That I don't mind. Like it has to have something I want to do, and I don't. This is not how I want to play Horizon as a hero shooter. I mean, I don't really play Marvel Rivals that much, and they have both Emma and Magic in there. So, by law, I should be playing that left and right. But like, I'm just so tired of like the hero-based shooter.
Fair. I mean, for me, it's still within the Horizon world, and it's a.
Oh wait, let me ask one thing: is this a hero shooter, or is this an extraction hero extractor?
It feels like a hack and slash hero.
It's a hack. From its description, it's a hero shooter.
Which, by the way, here's how bad this is going right now. Overwatch 2 took the 2 away recently. Now they're just back to Overwatch.
Yeah, that was also a big WTF moment.
But they didn't listen. They didn't listen to their folks. If Overwatch did what Helldivers did, Overwatch would be fine. Helldivers seems to be the only working formula where the dev community actually listens to their players.
Well, that's an extraction shooter, not a hero shooter. And that's also lampooning the shit out of certain people.
But they listen to their community.
They do. I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying it's like there are other factors.
Still.
And it's a different genre.
I will still argue if Overwatch did what Helldivers did, Overwatch would be fine.
Overwatch would be fine if they actually followed through with half the shit they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
It's like, remember, Overwatch 2 is supposed to be the big PvE stuff that gave a story. Where is it?
Because they didn't follow through. They promised a crap load of stuff, and then you turn around and tell the customer. You turn around and tell the players, we are going to get to it. When? We say, Bama, I play Rivals. I enjoy it. Rivals is fun.
Oh, no, I play Rivals and I enjoy
Rivals
it.
Rivals.
I just am bored of hero shooters. There's a difference.
Yeah, especially after what is the one that got revealed at the Game Awards? That's like
High Guard.
I heard High Guard isn't bad. It's just the genre's been done too many times, so folks are like, and the High Guard team has been like very responsive. Like, hey, we appreciate it. We thanks for the feedback. Mm-hmm. As far as being tired of hero shooters, like, sorry, we added to it, but like,
I honestly don't think the High Guard situation would be as bad is if they did not close out the Game Awards with High Guard. All they had to do to avoid any of this flack is swap places with Divinity Original Sin 2 in spots. You put High Guard in the middle part. That's fine. Keeley gets his spot because I swear to God that man has some sort of profit margin off this game. He has to. And then you close out the Game Awards with the Divinity Original Sin 2. None of the backlash would have happened.
And really, it's not that bad because on Steam right now, there's like almost 28,000 reviews. 46% of them are positive. So there's still people playing. It's not that bad. So I just think it's just crappy timing. It is crappy timing when the game come out. I played it. It actually is not bad. It actually isn't bad. But then again, the last time I played it was almost 2 weeks ago. But it's not bad. I still, I think it does deserve a fair shot. That's just me. We see Bama. I don't think I'll play Horizons. That's fine. Like I said, I get where Joe's coming from about being tired of hero shooters and you're burned out or you just want to move on and just want to play something different. I completely get that. But I just know for me, because I'm a big Horizon fan, I know I'm a little biased, I'm going to give it a shot. But Tafari, what say you before we move on to the next one?
Somebody else brought up, was like, I get it, Horizon was great, but like, damn, it's like y'all have more than Horizon and Last of Us because we've done Horizon, we did the Complete Edition, we did Forbidden West. I don't know if Forbidden West had any extra maps or anything. We had Lego Horizon. And I get it, if this is expanding on the lore without making a Horizon 3, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But like, you still got like slides and jacks and ratchets you could be doing things with. So I'm not mad at it, but it's just like we've done Horizon so many times in like a short span.
If it makes you feel any better, I got the Sly costume and the Sly scabbard and Ghost of Yote.
Oh right, I forgot they do have. See, like Ghost of Yote, like games like that put like references in there are cool.
Yeah,
like I know there's the Kratos skin or the Kratos armor in Ghost of Tsushima and stuff.
They also had the Sly scabbard and I think just a Sly scabbard in Ghost of Tsushima, but you get like a full mask, raccoon mask, and the scabbard in Yote.
Right. As Bama says, I love to play another Jack and Dexter game. That still can be saved. We also say Rivals and Borderlands 4. You're gonna bring up Borderlands 4, Bama, every chance you get, sir. Because you know me and Borderlands have beef. Well, me and Randy Pitchford have beef. That's a whole nother story. But before we get to the next trailer, Joe, you said that you played Ace Combat 7 and you wanted this to be played first before you gave your opinion, sir?
Yes.
Oh, it's muted.
He got experience with this type of thing. You know, man, a ninja like me got experience with this type of thing. What you talk about, ninja? Ninjas do wrong to each other sometimes, and in that way, the force of the earth comes around the moon, and at that presence, the dirt, it overshadows the grass. So you like, I can't cut this grass. There's no sun coming through. So in order to enable each other, the two fruits have to look each other in the eye, understand we can only be right as the ripe is wrong. You know what I mean?
And that was a more coherent storyline than what the hell's going on in Ace Combat 7, because I cannot tell you for the life of me the hell is going on in that game when I'm not in a jet.
Hey, I hate to say it, that was kind of me going to see the Scarlet film. I'm not saying it's bad. You should have made it a TV show. They try to do a lot in there, and I'm trying to not ask so many damn questions when I watch shows and movies now, but it's gonna raise a new one every 5 minutes, and it's not gonna answer it. That's the nicest way I can say it.
And the trailer didn't actually help much.
The trailer leaves some mystery. At least you're like, okay, I'll go see what this is about. Yeah, like I didn't avenge my father. I'm in the other world.
Mm-hmm.
Quest for revenge. We know anime things.
It's just the whole thing of taking revenge. So, because I know you got to see it, and you just said was it just drawn out or just not really hitting?
It doesn't make I'm trying to, because I know Joel wants to go see it, so I don't want to like spoil it for anyone that goes to watch it. But like, this is the whole thing. Like, the afterlife is like a treasure trove of time, so everybody ends up in the same spot. Yeah, and then the fucking Thunder Dragon up there is also a factor that doesn't really get explained.
Mm-hmm.
But she dies in like olden days of Denmark. He is from the modern day, and they all kind of end up in the same afterlife. But he's like the only one from the modern day afterlife. So that's also with like all these people around are from different eras in time. So you're gonna see like bow and arrows, swords, guns that take gunpowder and stuff. But it's like he's the only like 2000s person in the afterlife, and they don't ever like address that.
So it's like Drifters.
It's kind of like Drifters. Like the trailer seems like an interesting thing. Because basically the afterlife there's this like magical place where they all kind of end up in purgatory when you die. The goal is to get to like, I forget, I think the other world or the afterworld. It's basically like the ascension to heaven, and it's being guarded by warriors. And it's like, okay, but why? You could all just literally walk through the damn door and not be here anymore. But for some reason, everybody just takes place and just lives in the medium world. And then other people she meets are in this afterlife. And it's like, when the hell did you all die? And everyone died at the same age that y'all met her in life? Like, and then fucking boss number 7 from Shadow of the Colossus that you saw in the trailer is just shooting lightning in the sky to remind you, like, hey, I can strike you at any time. And that happens throughout the film. It got bad to a point where, like, my 16-year-old sister leaned over and was like, I lost the plot of this movie. I'm like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Hey, maybe all this stuff was in Hamlet, and I just was a bad reader in like 10th grade English.
As Bama said, no people from World War II or Titanic.
That's the thing. Like it just cuts off at like the Bronze Age, or like whatever the earliest age. Like the cutoff is like Blue Eye Samurai when they finally got like old Smith and Wessons and stuff in gunpowder. You get like people from that era and then backwards. Suddenly it just cuts off, and here's this random dude from the 2000s who got like isekai'd into this movie, and he's a paramedic. So everyone's fighting to try to get to this afterlife, this better afterlife. He's like trying to heal people. It's like, they are trying to kill you. The first 2 times, like, all right, maybe you're naive. Maybe the future is super innocent. And you don't have wars. Only to find out, nope, you do. You just keep like, these people are the savages you study in history books. You keep trying to, like, I'll bandage up everybody. Don't get injured. It's like they're trying to stab you. Stop. It's thanks for the invite, man. But like, it also kind of feels like they're going for, I don't want to say like Oscar bait, because this movie is only in IMAX this week. Like, it's only in IMAX theaters. They had like some special seats for like a special seat of critics.
Yeah,
I think are from like some kind of board that were supposed to come. There was like 7 reserved seats. Only one of them showed up.
Anybody from Civil War?
No, Bama. Like, literally, the cutoff is like whenever the first gun got made. That's like the cutoff, and then there's a big gap, and then it's just this 2020s paramedic guy from Japan. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Then there's a Sammy from Sinners moment in there with when they play music. It's gonna raise. Go for the ride. I don't know where it's gonna drop you off at. I just know, like, somebody tried to do an applause. It did not go well. I heard the girl behind me say, I'm still trying to find the words to describe this movie. And when I asked my sister, she was like, it looked pretty. I'm like, damn, this is like some big renowned director, or
yeah, because he directed 2 other movies that did well. And yet,
so he directed The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. He's the director of the original Digimon movie.
Yeah.
Our War. He directed Summer Wars, Wolf Children, The Boy and the Beast, Belle, and The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and Mirai.
Gotcha. Bama is really stuck on this because Smith and Wesson was found to the late 1800s. Bama, you gotta let it go. he is determined to find the historically accuracy in this movie. If you do want to see Scarlet, give it a shot. Let us know what you think. And I get Joe on Ace Combat 7. I get it. It doesn't have much for a story, but
I was gonna say, what is, because I finally played 4 and I'm like, this should have been turned into a TV show. How bad is 7?
7, the story is a slow burn. I can't defend it. It's a slow burn. It is such a slow burn that it doesn't really come together near the end of the game. That's just being honest. You're literally going mission by mission, and at the end it gives you an inkling of a story. So to Joe's Ackerman, I can't defend the story. I can't defend the story in 7. I can't. I thought about it. I'm like, there's no way I could defend it. It's you're really just playing for missions at that point. But that being said, we do got one last trailer before we get into news, reviews, animes. This one I did find on PlayStation called Guinea Gods Neza. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
You are.
Thank you. With that being said, this does kind of remind me of Black Myth Wukong. It is kind of from the same studios. It's not Game Science, but another studio similar to Game Science is basically showing their next product. And if you haven't seen it, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. But here's a trailer.
The whole world is a lie. What we call civilization is just a grand illusion, a mirage.
If you could remain alive, what answer would unfold? Or is the answer home, written in the soil?
Mortals, how many times now? What ain't all wrong cannot be wrong. The yoke you wear cuts deeper than the blade that took my head. My head boulders in Changyang Hill. Your name will mold a memory. You hunt the sun. I walk heaven, the very sky you kneel to. We are all love. The sun for its light. You for your duty. I for my defiance. Millennia, too many.
10,000 years are too long.
This ends now.
All I gotta say there, all I gotta sit there and say is, how mad do you gotta make somebody throw a planet at you? Not a spirit bomb of a planet at you. But guys, like I said, this is a game in progress. Getting God's Dance. The only thing I can sit there and say is I follow it the same way I would follow Black Myth Wukong when Game Science was doing it. It went from concept to game to everybody playing it. I'm assuming the same thing's going to happen here for PS5. It does have Black Myth. It does have Elden Gods feel to it. It might have a little bit of a soul. it might be on the soul side of the game. So prepare to practice. But I don't know. I love the visual arts behind it and everything else, the mythology. I'm digging it. What say you guys?
It looks good so far. Yeah, I don't mind Wukong-esque games where it's more combat and reaction command versus hack and slash. I'm just curious to see what mythology we're tackling here or what the story is, because that seemed like it was more of a, I don't know, potentially like a mini boss fight more than a main one.
Well, technically, this is China. We're going to be going into ancient Chinese mythology. So basically, you are from what it's this thing. You are basically the goddess of life from earth, fire, formed from earth, water, and fire. So you're an elemental god that is basically fighting against what's known as colossal gods.
Interesting. Okay, I saw the giant hand at the end. What was it? Because I just got done with Ashura's Wrath, and I feel like that game was a good balance, but that game was a bit more linear with the gameplay, more than explorative. So I'm curious to what this one's going to do.
I want to say it's going to follow and say I want to say it's going to be more free. I want to say well, let me try this again. I don't want to say if it's linear, but at the same time, I want to see more of a story. I mean, the gameplay's there. I see that off the bat. I did get a little bit of Azura's Wrath from this too, but it does look interesting. I'm really want to see where they go with this one. And let's see, Joe might come back. I think he might have lost connection for a second, but I think he'll pop back up. But yeah, let us know what you guys think about this. Like I said, we don't have a release date. This is just a game that's in concept right now. Probably won't be seeing this game until sometime next year, because let's be honest, that's how games work these days. It might come out for GTA 6. Let's just be honest. Almost everything at this point is going to come out before GTA 6. But speaking of GTA 6, people are a little bit miffed about that. And the reason why they're a little bit miffed about that, oh, there you go, Joe. But before I do talk about GTA 6, Joe, what were your thoughts on Giddy Gogs Neza before we move on? Just thumbs up.
I thought Joe had the face because he was cooking up a hot take. I was waiting.
All you got.
My hottest take on that is, yeah, that's nice.
Damn. Well, jury's still out. Understandable. Well, that being said, the rumor around Take-Two Interactive, the people that are behind GTA 6, is that a lot of people are worried about that GTA 6 may be a digital-only release upon launch. However, at this point, the CEO said that that is not the plan. However, he didn't actually submit the fact that yes or no. Now, understand, GTA 6 has usually been a game that you can get on both ends, whether it's digital or physical disc. Let's be honest, for what they're putting into GTA 6, if it was digital only, Call of Duty players can no longer complain about storage, because that is going to be a storage killer. But again, I'm more worried about the fact that if we were going to see GTA 6 come out versus it being digital or being physical. But let's also be honest, fellas, that's always the fight, because as we did get news of other stores that are closing, which we'll play very soon. Is it just a sign of the times that physical media may be on its way out as much as we keep trying to keep it alive?
I don't want to say it's out, but at the same time, it's like between that, tariffs, and people's budgets, and just the way studios have been rising and closing or getting or acquired lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would like to hold GTA 6. I would hope they would find a way to make the physical version and make it easier to play or install than the physical, because to be honest, at this point, the game is just going to eat half your hard drive of whatever console you're on. Yeah, just good luck. God bless. Because I already feel like they've got to be dropping some kind of collector's edition, but I'm curious to see when that pre-order goes up, or even what it would come with.
Right.
I don't know. And then like we don't need any next gen consoles for the most part. We've had like a few hitters there, and mostly remakes ports.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gaming's in a weird space. It's all very odd. But yeah, give us like put GTA on a CD like the last couple ones we've had a bit.
But the wild part is, as he brings up that part, this story that came out from across the pond about EB Games, and if you were fast enough, you got to get a lot of good. You were able to get a lot of good stuff at half the price because there are some EB Games stores, if I can find words, that'd be great. We're actually closing overseas
towards an all-digital future. Now, what's crazy is with EB Games closing down, it meant that all of the stores throughout the country had to get rid of their inventory, and the quickest and best way to do that is to offer an absolutely insane sale, which meant that every store was offering 50% off absolutely everything. That's right. Consoles, controllers, all of the games, all of the additional merchandise and Funko Pops that have been collecting dust for the past 8 years, literally everything in the store. So you can imagine the nerds of the Shire wasted no time, and there were hordes and hordes of people rushing to literally every EB game location around New Zealand, with stores being raided and basically emptied within the first 3 days of announcing this sale. I popped into 2 locations here in the city that I'm located in, and I was way too late. I turned up like 4 days after this news had come out. The only thing I managed to get was Eden's Zero for like $38 brand new or something. But otherwise, yeah, the stores, like at this point now, because we're now like 3 weeks on from the news coming out, all of the stores across the country are empty. Gone. Everything done and dusted. Even looking at America as well, there's been quite a number of different GameStop locations that have been closing down over the past few years due to poor sales. Now, something like this happening over in both Australia and the United States is going to happen a lot slower than it has happened here in New Zealand, but just know that it is inevitable.
Inevitable. And to a certain point, I mean, he's right, but that just lets me know that there is going to be a massive cry out for physical discs, because again, everybody wants to be able to hold something, be able to hold something. You want to be able to not have to worry about being connected to the internet in order to play it and things of that nature. All of that I get, but again, I think GTA, I'm gonna be honest about Take-Two. I think Take-Two is going to wind up making it physical, because let's be honest, a GTA 6 digital download, that's a hard drive. Couldn't wait to happen. What do you say, Bama? EB Games was closed here, and then several stores down from a GameStop. Look, I used to tell people all the time, if GameStop closed in your area, check the dumpsters behind the store. Chances are they dumped off merchandise.
Yeah. I just found out the one that I've been going to since high school, it just closed down. So now I got to go to the one across town in Orlando when I get over there, which sucks. That's the place where I bought my damn PSP.
Yep.
Trying to think what other ones they have. Yeah, EB Games used to be near my old house on the other side of town, and then GameStop, I think, has officially bought all of them here in the States. I didn't know that they only had EB Games in New Zealand, but outside, I think, like some stores that happen to carry electronics, I think that was like their major retailer. So the fact that they have just closed as a country is absolutely wild. Yeah, I've been following that dude since like I was in high school. So to see that like his main supplier is just out the entire country is wild, because now you have to either get everything digitally or through the mail and hope it gets there in one piece.
Very much. But outside of that, AMD does say, AMD, I should say, Valve or Steam, is still moving forward with their Steam PC. Still no story on when or how much it's going to cost. It could be $500. It could be $1,000. We don't know yet, because right now the suggested retail price could be anywhere from $500 to $800, just because of it being in the same area as current console prices. That being said, Steam is also being sued, to which Mighty Keith has a skit for it, and he did not disappoint. Although I do feel sorry for Epic Games as far as what I'm about to play right now.
And win. Hello, sir. We actually have a call for you online now.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Hello, Governor. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like a bottle of water?
It's kind of all I got when it comes to like stereotypical British accents. I don't know how to say any other words. Enjoy the show.
Hello, you pile of trash.
You dialed Valve, not Epic. What do you want?
Steam, you owe us. I'm suing you for abusing market dominance and overcharging 14 million customers.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, first of all, you're taking 30% of the cut of every game purchased. Explain that.
You mean the same thing that PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile platforms do? Okay, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about you. Are you suing them as well, or is this targeted?
Also, you lock users into an ecosystem because when they buy a game on Steam and they try to get DLC, they're forced to play the DLC on Steam. They can't go anywhere else.
You're kidding me.
No.
What is the last PlayStation game you played?
I don't know. Resident Evil 8?
Okay. So why don't you play the DLC of it on Xbox?
What? Newsflash, dummy. I can't play DLC on the Xbox if I bought the original game on PlayStation. That doesn't make any sense. You see, this is why y'all getting sued, because you're stupid. You didn't think we'd notice that you guys are holding a monopoly?
I don't have a monopoly. Gamers are free to choose many different platforms to buy their games from. They just choose me because I'm better. Convenience is the key. And I'm conveniently beating y'all ass.
You hear me? This is a convenient ass whooping.
You're better at what exactly? Charging the customer more? What are you talking about? My customers have backlogs that have backlogs. Okay, I got the most sales out of anybody. I got autumn sales. I got spring sales. I got summer sales. I got winter sales. I got sales for anything you need. And now I'm hearing you want to hop into the console industry, huh?
How much are you going to charge for that Steam machine anyway, buddy?
Listen, the Gabe Cube isn't a console.
It's an experience. We're taking you down, brother, for the good of my company, good of the consumer. I have 42 million active players. I don't care. There is no stopping me. You're not really doing this for the gamer. The gamer's not getting anything out of this lawsuit. This is all about you and your inability to perform in a marketplace that I'm dominant in. You can't beat me, so you want to get the government to cripple my legs. But you can't, because no matter what, people will always choose me because I'm better.
Or that's just crazy.
Damn. I got nothing for that. That was an ass whooping. But yeah, that it's funny. That's yes. And as much as that is a skit, Valve is being sued for that exact reason. And it's help me out here, fellas. Outside of it being laughable, like someone is really trying to take down Steam, and Steam is basically giving the players what they want. You can buy games. You can buy games unrestricted. You don't need an internet connection to play. You flat out outright own the games that you purchase. At the same time, if you don't like it, you can get your refund back within 48 hours. Am I missing something out of all that? That they should get sued just because the competition doesn't like it?
I mean, is it a monopoly if all your competition ends up like caving in on themselves?
Right.
Because I feel like Epic is there, but I feel like Epic hasn't really done anything great since they've launched, except for being like the Fortnite place when they first came out.
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, that's what I took from Steam. Steam was literally like saying, when Microsoft, I'm sorry, let me take it back. When PlayStation required you to have internet access to basically just to play. I'm sorry, you need to actually get PlayStation Plus to play online. Xbox at first was like, nah, you don't need it. And then they said, oh, yeah, you do need it. That's why you have to get Game Pass because, you just can't do Xbox Live. Steam sat there and said, you can play regardless. You ain't got to sign up for anything. You can even buy the game through us. So no, I don't think it's it's not a monopoly at all, honestly. It's just folks don't like competition, especially when competition is getting outdone. That's why I was saying about this Steam machine. If it's not outrageously priced, they may blow a lot of people out the water. And the thing can do emulators, which Steam does not suggest you do emulators, but they're definitely not going to put in software that's not going to prevent it either. The first online gaming store was good. Yeah, it was GOG. You're right, man. The first online game store was GOG. But I'm just saying that to me has always been interesting. But what's also interesting is for the people in Dispatch, Tafara TV has played it. Somehow got into 2 relationships and didn't figure out how he did it, but we know
at all. Because apparently those are either falling for no one or falling for both are not the common endings. You usually end up with one chick, and I don't know how I ended up doing both in one run. So that was just there. But yeah, Switch players. Sorry.
Yeah, Switch players are going to be mad. The reason why they're going to be mad is that if you did play Dispatch on Switch, you may have noticed that there were some areas that were censored. Ad Hoc Studio had sat there and initially assumed the game would be, the feature would simply be uncensored. However, during the porting process, they said the problem during the porting was that during the coding, censorship was applied. I'm just going to blame that on Nintendo because Nintendo is very family friendly. They have a lot of, even though there are some games in the Nintendo store that are questionable as shit, but why are you shaking your head?
No, it's not Nintendo because Nintendo, if you get the physical version of Cyberpunk, it's unedited. Yeah,
I was going to say, this said Cyberpunk had
their digital version is edited for some reason.
The digital version is edited.
The physical version is not. Nintendo's store still has a shit ton of hentai games on there.
That's why I say questionable.
No,
that's exactly why I say questionable. Huh?
We call it what it is.
It's questionable shit. We're gonna call it what it is. But during the porting,
so it's not Nintendo. What? There's something else going on.
It has to be during the port process.
They got all of that easily accessible on the eShop, and Cyberpunk is running around, regardless of it being physical only. It's still unedited, and trust me, Cyberpunk is much worse than Dispatch.
Oh, well, yeah, we know that. But I'm still blaming Nintendo because where else would their coding during a port still have the same problem?
How?
It's their port.
It's their port of Cyberpunk.
No. I'm saying for Dispatch, they control the port, their code. And somehow during that port, the game is censored.
No, but that's what I'm saying is it's also their port of Cyberpunk, which is unedited. It's their port of those questionable games that are not censored. So,
but yet this game is.
Yes, meaning it's probably not them.
I don't know. They said there's some kind of legal reason they can't talk about that had those changes in there. But like the article I just pulled up, you look at like the 2 pictures in the middle. Like even the artwork they kind of show you is so the original artwork and then the nerfed artwork. So this one where like everything
that's nerfed,
and then the other one where everybody's got a little bit more skin showing.
Yeah, so this is not the nerfed one.
Well, this is also because this is like the straight out homage to the X-Men poolside scene too. So that could have also been an artist request. Because this is a one-for-one reference from the famous poolside cover.
Okay, I
Nintendo's Nintendo's always censored a lot since NES, and it's usually Nintendo of America. Yeah,
but yeah, this is this is the version of the art and comics pack you get on the other stores.
Yeah,
but the other image, that's the one that's when everybody kind of started when they were trying to like pre-order it or register for it. Everybody noticed like this is when they kind of started clocking it. I don't know how bad the censorship is on the game. So I don't know if they're like bleeping out. It's like it comes with auto bleeps on because you can toggle the censorship on Dispatch. You can cut out either just the curse words, just the nudity, or both. So I'm curious to how heavy it is on the Switch version or if it's just everything is cut on automatically.
I'm curious myself, but I'm sorry. I'm still blaming Nintendo of America. This feels like them as far as when censorship goes, but also to Joe's point, there's a crap load of hentai on the eShop. So I can only blame them. But what else I was gonna say? Sorry. So outside of that, Sonic the Hedgehog, because I know Tafara, you had brought up, and let me get to where I was getting to with that, because you had brought up a happy Black History. Of course, there's Black History Month, and it's interesting that there are some things about Sonic I didn't know, and I know Tafara, you are a Sonic fan. I did not know half of this. And thanks to the Black Girl Gamers also posting this on Instagram as well. But I did not realize that, with Black people and Sonic the Hedgehog, there was a lot of influence there. Like, for example, Too Black, Too Strong, the final boss theme of Sonic Rush, wrapped in black, includes a sample from Malcolm X's 1963 speech, Message to the Grassroots. Specifically, the phrase "Too Black, Too Strong" is sampled repeatedly. I did not freaking know that. And I thought that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so I found out, because I had made a post about it a year ago, because I was like, that's such a random phrase to have for a final boss fight in 2006. And then I kept seeing hey, that sound that's they sampled Malcolm X, and for years I was like, that's bullshit. And then I was like, let me see if I can find it. So then when I posted about it, I guess some of the girls on this team saw it, and they were like, we should do a deeper dive on what it is. So the shoes, the song samples, Michael Jackson working on some of the music but not wanting credit for it.
Yeah.
The infamous photo of Michael Jackson, I think playing an early demo, and then for some reason The Weeknd was just with Sega and recreated the exact same image.
That's still crazy. At the same time, Steve Urkel was the original English voice actor for Sonic in the 1993 Sonic Hedgehog series. We didn't take it at first, but thanks to his mom convincing him, he finally did take the job, which I did not know. And then going back to Sonic Shoe Color, that was inspired by the Michael Jackson Bad cover, which heavily compared between white and red. They also thought red went well for a character that can run really fast, whose legs are spinning. Makes complete and total sense.
Couple things on this. It's very interesting with the Jaleel White thing because he actually played Sonic two different ways on both the shows. So, he had his voice.
Yeah, he had three different TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
He pitched it up for the Bugs Bunny style one and pitched it down a little for the Saturday morning one.
Huh.
This one in particular about the Michael Jackson thing. Michael Jackson's producers helped produce the music for Sonic, which is also why one of Janet Jackson's songs is in the Sega Game Gear version.
Yeah, there's also, I forget which game, or I think it's in Sonic 2. One of the soundtrack is straight up Every Little Step by Bobby Brown and his crew, just remake.
Is it Every Little Step or is it that one by New Bell DeVoe? It's the one where okay.
I'm gonna lean on you guys for that one. That one I'm gonna lean on you guys for because I honestly have no clue.
Also, Jaleel White is the second person to play Sonic.
Right.
Was it the OVA guy who came out first?
Nope. It is a woman that played Sonic the Hedgehog in a PC game. Her name was Meg with an I.
Okay.
Things you learn from listening to Video Game Apocalypse, which
I saw that recently, and everyone's like, "Yeah, good luck. That shit is lost media. It's hard to find because that was I don't even think that one was supposed to see the light of day. So she was kind of the stand-in voice, apparently.
Hi, I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so she was reading temp lines. But yeah, The Weeknd and Thundercat recently went to Sega HQ, and The Weeknd straight up remade Michael Jackson's photo.
Yeah.
So
him getting to play Sonic.
And then if you remember the old Dreamcast commercials, the way Sonic was posed and drawn, all the hip hop art, the fact that he was the DJing at the Dreamcast parties with Shaq and Kobe.
Yeah. That's still crazy. That like I said, you learn something new every day because I did not realize how much of a connection with Black History Month and Sonic the Hedgehog. So
yeah, I mean the post is from I want to say the summer, but I was just you know what, let's go ahead and run it back just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
And then they gave Knuckles had all the rap songs at his level, so that just felt super coded as well. But what else did you guys pick up from that episode, Joe? Because I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
Well, I don't want to spoil too much. I mean, they talked about Knuckles because Knuckles was very black coded. There's more black coded than anything.
Chasing after that toxic older woman that's no good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Okay, so yeah, it's the Spring Yard Zone, which is it fully straight up samples Every Little Step by Bobby Brown.
It is Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Dang, I can't get out of my head. So Spring
Which is
Zone
funny
was.
because I just played that on DDR the other day. So
Yeah, because isn't it like a bunch of claps and whatnot?
Oh dang, yes it is.
It's a bunch of like playful horns. So it's like do 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 do. Where
Yeah.
Bobby and the crew, that's when they are like every little step I take.
Yeah, it is.
Do, do. So they just take out the claps and replace it with like childish noises, but it's like right there.
And then there's the Janet Jackson song. I forget which one it is, but it's digitized and used in the Sega Game Gear Sonic.
Dang, I can't get that out of my head now. Spring Hill Zone is basically every little step I take without the claps.
Apparently, yeah, Together Again by Janet Jackson.
That's it. It's Together Again.
Sounds very similar to Bridge Zone.
Wow.
No, it doesn't sound similar. It is Bridge Zone.
That's a wow moment.
Feels like there's a lot.
Like I said, so they talked about that. They talked about Jaleel White. They talked about other things. Go listen to the episode. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. Like, it is worth listening to.
I'll get to it because I'm trying to, because they just dropped this Team Chaotix podcast out of nowhere. So I'm like, if this is going to be the year of Chaotix, I'm not mad at it. But apparently they're like hinting at stuff in there.
Well, they did talk about that and how Knuckles like forms the Chaotic, which is also generally all the black-coded Sonic characters for the time.
Yeah, because Vector is very much like hip hop.
Vector is just old. Vector is just an old uncle.
LL Cool. I mean, he's hollering at him and Vanilla are apparently a thing. So yeah, but like the between the cuffs and the big gold chain, he's very like old school LL Cool J code.
And then SBO is just that one kid that always wants to be a ninja, and Charmy is like that nephew that always got to tag along.
Well, still, that's actually pretty cool though. But things you learn in Black History Month, and I'm definitely not complaining about that. So, last bit of news before we get to TV and anime reviews, guys. They say you can't win in the box office, but Sinners has proven that to be, faulty. But if you are a YouTuber that wants to create a movie and get the movie seen in movie theaters, what's his name? Markipiler. Yeah, this man, and I give him credit for this, created his own independent movie called Iron Lung and basically beat out the box office. And the way he did it was basically having a direct deal with the theaters to where the theaters did get a nice little cut, but they basically gave him the seats. And it went up against the movie that shall not be named about the first hostage and basically beat his ass. So that just goes to show you that, of course, with Iron Lung, for all those that don't know, it's actually based off the game Iron Lung, to which you're a guy basically in a makeshift shub trying to get to the bottom of an ocean of blood on the moon. It's a little messed up, but hey, it's his pet passion. But the fact this man not only spent his money, I think he sunk like I want to say 7 or 8 million into it. It's already made, according to IGN, it's already made close to 22 million back already. So he's already got his money back and then some.
Yeah, apparently I don't know anything about the game, but apparently he's not just like a cameo appearance or like some quick self-insert. Apparently he is in this. He edited, directed, funded it. I think they said he put 3 mil up his own money and made the budget work.
Yeah.
Probably took hella meetings just to get told no. They had his like box office report hidden.
Yeah.
It turns out it's really good. Like my parents saw a trailer and they're like, "What the hell is this Iron Lung movie?" And some YouTube guy made it. I'm like, I didn't know that was out already. But yeah, he's doing really well.
Yeah, and also holds the Guinness World Record for most gallons of blood used in a movie. So I think the previous record, I want to say they had it in here. I think it was 50,000 gallons. I think he blew past that using 88,000. I want to say it's about right. I want to say 88,000 gallons of blood was actually used because of that. And I forgot the other movie. No, Scream. Scream actually used more blood. But then, of course, they broke that record. But yes, Iron Lung is definitely out. The fact that, again, an independent filmmaker did turn around and took a gamble and a risk, and it's paying off dividends for him. Can't say the same thing about Melania, but there's another reason why we're going to leave that alone, and we're trying to keep this a happy podcast. But yeah, nothing but respect for Mark. Yeah, that man took a risk and then some. But like I said, can't knock him for it. But that being said, we are going to move on to TV and anime reviews. Tafari, sir, anything that you were been following so far?
Slowly getting back in the Fire Force. Finally caught up on One Piece now that we are officially on break and the weekly anime genre is officially dead. If you're trying to get trading cards, good luck. They have moved on to your hobby now because Pokemon. I don't think Pokemon's done anything for the anniversary yet, and they are just like foaming at the mouth, clicking refresh.
I think we're getting the direct at the end of the month, and supposedly this is mildly unrelated. There might be a PlayStation event next week. I do know that there is a Pokemon Direct coming out at the end of the month, though.
I mean, because I know they're going to try to give, what is it, the game where you are a Ditto playing after your dead trainer, which still seems like a dark-ass story.
I don't think it's a dead trainer, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The fact that he took his person's, like, oh, look at this Pokédex. And I'm like, okay, it was like, I swear I saw a hand, or like it looked like someone was used to be alive next to it, but I'm sure we'll get more about that. I don't know how much we're gonna get about like the cards, but like, yeah, people are already fighting at machines, and because they can't get Pokemon cards, now people are just moving on to One Piece.
And that's the part where I was getting to, where it's just like this right here. One Piece fans show up to college basketball because I think they're having some One Piece event there, and of course, typical scalpers. And that was it. Like everybody was going for a certain piece, and now at the same time, you just won't get it because this is the reason why scalpers just ruin it for everybody. And you're not doing it just to have it. You're doing it just to get it and resell it at a higher price. And I've never understood that, even though, don't get me wrong, retailers have tried to stop it. Online retailers have tried to stop it, but these scalpers, it's like piranhas. When all you want to do is simply get a card, but at this point, you're basically beating scalpers and bots. But yeah, that would have made me mad too, especially when you're an actual fan. And let's be honest, most of these scalpers can't name two people out of Luffy's crew. You can't even name two of the Marine generals if you tried. But that's just me. But yeah. It's just uber messed up that all you want to do is to get cards, but you got to fight freaking scalpers. But I digress. But I'm sorry, it's far. What else were you saying about what you're watching?
Fire Force is back. We're really getting to like the meat and potatoes of this final act. Seeing the two black characters fight was something, but it was really good. Having Ogun step up, finding out that his ancestors were actually Caribbean ship captains who sailed people to safety, including the current leader of the religion and or cult, whichever you want to call it at this point. Raffle showing up was kind of confusing to me because I'm like, what was this? And why did he turn into like a sun god for all of like 2 frames?
Yeah.
And then the old captain coming back from Inferno. I'm still not fully understanding the whole doppelganger thing. I get that everybody has one, but like, why are certain people showing up specifically?
Yeah.
But yeah, and then now all the pillars are here. I guess everyone's been pulled to Amaterasu. We're about to find out why or whatever the hell's happening. I low-key think Arthur's imagination might actually end up creating the Excalibur we know in Soul Eater. I didn't read that far into the manga, but it feels like that's where we're headed.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Because I forgot he was a character in the show until recently.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, the fact that I guess we're running off the power of people's imaginations now, which is what happens when all the pillars are here. Catching up on Haikyuu, which has been great now that the dub is finally back out. I wish they got a 5th season instead of this second movie that's in limbo, apparently. And Scarlet was a movie.
Fair enough. Joe, what about you? What about your TV and anime reviews this week?
Okay, he can't hear us.
Hang on a second. Oh, he'll come back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I keep hearing about To Be a Hero, which is another one I need to catch up on. I don't know why I just have not finished the last 3 episodes of Gachakuda. I don't know what I'm waiting on either.
Gachakuda is actually. I don't know. Have you got to episode 24?
I think that's where I stopped. I think the last thing I saw was the trash beast started flying and answered questions I've had since the first episode.
Okay, so you're at night.
Like 19, 20. I'm like 4. I got like 4 episodes to left. I don't know why I haven't just sat through them yet.
Okay, I'm about to say 24 is the stopping point for that right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick up on some other stuff. I've just been in a routine lately, so I'm trying to Be a Hero's on my watch list. I guess maybe Windbreaker. I don't know. Frieren seems like they've got a weird fan base over there, so I'm curious on if I don't know if I want to do that to myself just yet.
Windbreakers is actually good. That's just all hands. That is an all hands anime that I like. I follow it. It's at a stopping point now, so you got plenty of time to catch up on that one. But yeah, Windbreakers is good.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I had to do some homework after Maki's episode was great. I had to do some homework after that because I was so confused on what the hell was going on or why she just became Toji 2.0.
Yeah, Sentence to Be a Hero is good too, man. If you hadn't had a chance to watch it, that's really good. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, I had to do homework after Maki exploded 2 episodes ago. And we got the most epic side quest of all time.
Yeah.
And then apparently this whole season is Culling Games Part 1. So I don't know how many parts we have left or how long it's going to be, but we'll see. And then Primal on Adult Swim is great. I think, thankfully, this show is telling us that it takes place between the finale of season 2 and the time skip at the end, because if so, thank God. And yeah, we mourned Mulan's Lucky Cricket last episode.
Very much. Let's see. Yeah, so Jomi wants to be a Kamen Rider. We definitely follow that, Bama. Just don't let kids watch it. Joe, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Like everything went silent.
All right, just making sure. What TV and anime reviews, sir, do you have?
I am watching, of course, Starfleet Academy. That continues to be super good. This week was a Ben Sisko episode. That's all I'm saying on that. Go watch it yourself. Kamen Rider continues to be very good. It's going just where I think it's going. They got to explain who the dude, silver and red dude is, because he came out of left field. But I'm okay with that. The other girl, I knew exactly who she was going to be. She's got a Lord driver, so that's going to be interesting moving forward. Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider, also pretty decent this time around. We're moving towards fighting the Bat Kaijin, so I'm okay with that. What else? Ronin Warriors. Man, that show's so good. Predictable as shit, but still good.
Of course, Bama. We know, Bama. We know.
Anyways.
Wait, who? What now?
Kamen Rider Tackle.
Kamen Rider Tackle.
Okay. I was like, who the hell? I'm like, Tackle who?
Yeah,
okay.
Kamen Rider Tackle. That's why I was like, we know Bama. But go ahead, Joe.
She's not really Kamen Rider, but Electro-Human Tackle. Or the woman who is the second Tackle for the gentleman who wants to be a Kamen Rider. Anyways. It's just how that guy designed all his women. It's like looking at the guy that does Bleach.
Yeah,
you either are rookie or
like
Ringiku.
Like Kubo is so cultured, because if you look at it, like all the bad guys have a different like cultural background, especially when it comes to the soundtrack. When it comes to the women, it's like there's no reason for that at all. Like,
no, he gave a reason. Like someone
what?
just flat out asked him one day, it's like, why do you draw with this? Because I like women with big boobs.
Yeah. He flat out said it.
Yeah, he just flat out said it.
That and hip hop apparently, which
isn't that what he also says? Like I draw him like I draw my wife or something?
Yeah. I draw him like I draw my wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Possibly. Meanwhile, they keep accusing him of doing X-rated films only to find out it's not him, and that was enough to scare him off the internet multiple times.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I have the things I'm into, but you will accuse me properly, damn it.
What else am I watching? God. Oh yeah, Sentenced to Be a Hero. Great episode again this week. We get a little bit of backstory for some of the other guys. And then just some of the normal anime I've been watching. Like, you know.
Also did what? Also did y'all what did? What, man, I'm trying to send this again.
You know what? Yes, we're aware of what the creator of Rurouni Kenshin did. This is why we had a hard time supporting that reboot.
Oh my god!
I am glad y'all figured out what that sentence was, because I was like, what?
It's funny because I keep seeing this trend on TikTok. It's like when your favorite mangaka gets in trouble and they're like praying, and then Cynthia Erivo cuts in and it's like, and the charges are tax evasion. Yes, because it's all the same shit.
Good God! All right, did you have any other reviews, Joe?
No, not really. I wish you guys would. Oh, I know you're caught up for Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
No, Laura's just super busy, so he can't watch everything.
Yeah, I'm trying to clear out now that I'm done with the marathon and I'm not streaming every day. I'm like trying to just get up and just move around during the day and just put something on. Season 3 of Haikyuu was like 10 compared to like the other two, which are like 20. Then season 4 is like 30 episodes, so I'm like at 25 now. I think once that's done, I sit through the movie and then I'm free to try other shit. So Kamen Rider, I need to. I want to try to get back into what was the one we were watching where the Power Rangers were back.
Loser Rangers.
Yeah, Go Loser, because they just dropped the second half. I didn't realize that first season was just the first half, and then it feels like they came back and just didn't tell anybody. So, because like I started watching, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I'm like, oh, we're just picking up where we left off. I was expecting some big break and. Nope, killed Blue Ranger, and then like apparently more hidden people came out of nowhere that were, and it's just I feel like I need to start from that drop off point.
Yeah.
Then next week we got because this week is the finale for Super Sentai, like for 10 years, and next week starts up Space Sheriff Gavin.
Jesus.
I
will say for myself, like I said, caught up on Kamen Rider sets. Fallout Season 2 finale came out. Of course, the final episode of Season 2, Episode 8 came out on Prime Video. As a Fallout fan, I am freaking happy. I'm not going to go into details about it. I will give it a week before I talk about the finale. I will say it's definitely worth it. There's a lot that they've actually taken from New Vegas. I don't know if it's going to translate into Fallout 4. I'm sorry. If it's going to translate into Fallout 3, it might, but we'll see. Also, Starfleet Academy, I'm with Joe on that one. Episode 5 was the Cisco episode. I'm going to leave it at that just because it is worth watching. Honestly, every episode of Starfleet Academy right now has been great. A lot of people may not like the approach they're taking to telling the story, but I freaking love it. Especially not only this episode, but episode 4 and 5. Because 4 and 5 were both to me really very well written episodes. So if you ever get a chance, definitely do watch that. Outside of that, still like I said, Fire Force Season 3 Part 2. Kiba is in the other world. I'm guessing he must be in Adola, like Tafara said. Still fun to watch that. Again, Tajima wants to be a Kamen Rider, not for kids, but freaking love it. Togen Anarchy. Again, it's basically like Jujutsu Kaisen except with blood. Fun to watch, not for kids. Apothecary Diaries. Interesting, not for kids. Still with Vigilantes on My Hero Academia because Knuckle Duster may be coming back.
Yeah, okay, that's the one I forgot. Vigilantes is good. Did you watch the latest episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, so see, because we've been missing our Freaky Fist grandpa. So Knuckle Duster being back in the fray, his daughter is confirmed free from whatever the hell had her last episode. Yeah. Our current bad guy is potentially a stolen quirk. Yeah, and I guess Knuckle Duster did used to be a hero.
Yeah. That's the way they're making it seem like he used to be. He actually used to be one of the top ones. I guess him and Endeavor had beef, but I guess we're gonna go into it a little bit more because I was thinking about the same thing. Like I was thinking the same thing. Like he used to be a hero, and yet he's okay. There you go.
Well, because they said he used to. They said he got exposed and his quirk got stolen. So because even when he fought Aizawa, he was like, he doesn't have anything for me to erase. So if he potentially like is like one of the first modern day victims before All For One's big return,
yeah,
I mean, that would be a great setup to play into the My Hero story.
It really would. Outside of that,
we had a female Diddy party because apparently girls are spiking college guys' drinks. So,
damn, you ain't wrong though. Also, Dead Account. Again, if you haven't seen that anime, would recommend it. It's basically Jujutsu Kaisen except with cell phones. Still on Sense Be a Hero. I agree with Joe, and I agree it's Far Eye. That's if you ain't watching it, again, great anime. Samurai Troopers, still need to catch up on that. It's still good. Even I'm a fan of the original Ronin Warriors. Still got the DVD set somewhere around here, but still love the introduction of that one. The other two I would actually recommend to add to this already ever-growing list of animes: Hell's Paradise and Tower of God. I started watching those this week. That I did not realize that I'm missing out. So if you never got a chance to on Crunchyroll or Hulu or however you watch that stuff, would definitely recommend watching Hell's Paradise and Tower of God to add to your list. But yeah. Outside of that, that's really all the anime and TV reviews I have. What did you say, Bama? Now it's time for a common writer to try an American adaptation.
Twice.
Outside the one that was already well, we talked about that in the last podcast. That the common writer they tried to do off Fox Kids was my first one, and bring back Big Bag Beetleborgs.
Well, they ran out of shows, so they can't.
Really? No, man. Now you're just trolling. Tattoo Teenage Alien Fires from Beverly Hills, and
it'll be a crossover. It'll be a crossover return special. It'll be Big Bad Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Outer Space.
Jesus, no, no. No, that thing from Beverly Hills can go back to whatever chest or mimic it came from. Ultraman. There are many Ultraman episodes. There are different variations of Ultraman out there. So
yeah, like there's a shit ton of them on Tubi right now. Like literally, you can watch almost the entire franchise.
And also, surprisingly, Tubi has become a treasure trove of what used to be considered lost media. There's a lot of shit over there.
Yeah, they have like Silverhawks, GoBots, Centurions.
Yeah. Let's not forget the Netflix adaptations of Ultraman, which are good too.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was like a legitimately good movie.
So yeah, I mean, to answer your question, man, there's plenty of Ultraman out there, especially right now, while before they start charging people. But that being said, fellas, before we move on to comics, any other news that we missed that we wanted to bring up?
Did we talk about Wonder Man, or do we want to save that for next week?
Let's give everybody a week. Let's wait till next week.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like we completely missed that on the first show back, but we had a lot to cover. But yeah, watch Wonder Man, man. That is a great self-contained series with potential ripple effects. Also, at this point, Wong, Trevor Slattery, and Luis. You just need those three in any series, and you'll connect the dots perfectly fine.
Yeah. And also, we're going to go into spoiler territory with Wonder Man because it looks like it might get greenlit for season 2, which is well deserved. Because again, it's one of the we did talk about the fact there was a lack of advertisement whenever it does come to shows like Ironheart and Wonder Man, but them 8 episodes are worth watching. And at the same time, seeing his family interact with him, like, don't get me wrong. I don't have Haitian roots, but I'm like, I could sense the judgment whenever they talk.
No, that was some stereotypical Caribbean gaslighting in episode 3. So I felt all his pain. Mm-hmm. Somebody wrote that episode from experience.
Because I was like I said, I'm not Caribbean or Haitian, but I'm like, God dang, I know judgment when I hear it.
Well, the fact is they talk straight shit in his face in Creole, forgetting he speaks Creole because they thought he was gentrified enough that he had forgotten his own language.
And just stared at him. He's like, you do know I can understand y'all, right? That was the crazy part. But
they're gonna be the first ones calling for money.
But yeah, but we'll definitely go into Wonder Man because again, that deserves to be talked about because I was worried about that as a series and was pleasantly surprised about how they written those 8 episodes out, because I still think, Ironheart deserved 8 episodes, but again, that's a rant that I will leave for another day. But anything else we got, fellas?
That is about it for me. Go ahead and hit us with the comics.
All right. Before we do that, we do want to shout out Rick's Comic City, Nashville's number one place to go to for comic books, for pop Funkos, everything pop culture. You can find it. 2 locations: Nashville, Tennessee, Clarksville, Tennessee. Their website, rickscomiccity.com. Definitely check them out as you see us on their television show, on their television stage, on their televisions. There, I wish television stations. That'd be nice. We show them love, but they show them love. But definitely check them out. You will not be disappointed. Also, please check out your local library, check out your local bookstores, check out your local comic book stores. Support all indie artists, whether they're comic book creators, storytellers, writers, things of that nature. Trust me, you will miss them once they are gone. That being said, Joe, I do see that you're up, so give me a second, sir. And whenever you're ready, sir.
The joys of having a cold, getting over a cold. First up, we're looking at Batman Beyond Static number 3. This is written by Evan Narcisse. I cannot pronounce that last name. Art by Miguel Mendonica and colors by Will Quintana. We pick up just where we left last off. Batman and Static are kind of picking themselves up from their fight with Blackout. Shutdown. I was going to say Blackout for some reason.
Because of the costume.
Because of the costume, and that's basically what his powers are, is causing power shortages and blackouts, but his name is Shutdown. We also do get a brief appearance from Amistad, now grown up with the superhero Beacon. And his mom, who I think is the mayor of Dakota.
Yeah. She's the mayor.
We also find out who Virgil married. Apparently he married Daisy. And just some other stuff. Terry has to get back to Gotham via old school motorcycle, which has a little mini journey in the book. And we also see what's up with Rubber Band Man. Meanwhile, we learn that Shutdown's parents kind of were in on him getting his powers, but not really, but also kind of, yeah. Overall, solid read, good art. Definitely recommend.
Definitely. It is really good. It is really a good story, although old man Bruce is slowly telling Terry he was right the entire time.
Next up, we got DC KO Boss Battle, all in number 1. This is a one-shot, but is also in continuity with the current going on, despite all these guest characters appearing. So, one of the previous issues, it was revealed that Darkseid was masquerading as Booster Gold and just decided to just whip the shit out of World Forger, Grodd, and Doomsday. And World Forger and Doomsday fled to the battle arena and had to recharge. World Forger had to recharge, so he brings back several heroes of Star Sapphire, Black Lightning, Plastic Man, and Batwoman.
Yeah.
And has them compete in various realms that are not standard, along with the normal champions that are currently fighting. So Plastic Man and Black Lightning wind up in the Mortal Kombat universe, and I feel so sorry for the Mortal Kombat universe just because they got to deal with Plastic Man. Not for the reason you're thinking. It's because Plastic Man is so ungodly overpowered.
Of course.
Wonder Woman fights Red Sonja.
That should be a one-sided fight.
Surprisingly not.
Red Sonja facing Wonder Woman, that should have been a one-sided fight. I'm just saying.
No.
That should have been one-sided.
Because it's Red Sonja. So she doesn't win, but it's not a one-sided fight.
Oh, okay. There may have been some difficulty, but if Wonder Woman isn't winning, somebody's a Red Sonja fan. That's all I'm saying.
Batwoman like has a conversation with Vampirella. Joker deals with Annabelle and admits at one point that Annabelle has nearly killed him multiple times.
Mm-hmm. I swear I saw you move.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about the scene. I swear I saw you move.
Lex Luthor is in a tie-in comic with that bear who is a serial killer in her own book, What Beneath the Smiling Trees or something?
Yeah, Beneath the Smiling Tree. I think something like that.
Yes. Star Sapphire just winds up talking to Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and just Sabrina just like works a spell.
Mm-hmm.
And Superman takes on Homelander, and it's a pretty even fight.
I'm mad about that.
I am too.
How is that you know what? I'm sorry. That's gonna be a rant. Go ahead, Joe.
Like I said, this is in continuity. Everybody kind of wins or draws out. The only ones that get like a full-on victory, I think, are Black Lightning and Plastic Man, because like I said, it's Scorpion and Sub-Zero, but they're going up against Plastic Man. So
lightning and plastic apparently outdo fire and ice, I guess.
yeah. Solid read. This is written by Jeremy Adams with running Khalid, Carmine D, Ian Domenico, Karen McQuinn, and Pablo Collar on art, and High Fire on colors.
Mm-hmm.
Just solid read. I didn't think it would be canon, but apparently it really is.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Annabeth versus Joker, that could literally be a horror. That could be a horror storyline in itself.
Oh yeah, this was solid.
Mm-hmm.
Also from DCKO, we're looking at Night Fight number 4. This is written by Josh Williamson, art by Dan Mora, colors by Tarina Farwell and Tom. So Batman just gets to be a grandfather for like the majority of this issue and enjoys his time, even though Damien is aware he's not the right Bruce. Bruce is aware he's in the wrong universe, but he makes a Bat Mother box on his own because it's Bruce Wayne. Of course he can. But just enjoys his time of being a grandfather. He even sits and watches that universe's Dragon Ball Z with his grandson Alfred.
Mm-hmm.
We get caught up with all the older versions of the characters. Apparently, Jason marries Ravager and has a kid with her.
Yeah.
Sure. Weird pairing, but okay. I'm not against it. It's just like left field. Honestly, this is a good book. Dan Moore art really helps it out. I really did enjoy watching this. It's interesting to see Bruce is just a chill grandpa in Gotham because Gotham's crime issue is solved.
Mm-hmm.
We're never alluding to how it got solved, but I can think of reasons why. But this was just a good book.
Yeah. Also, at the same time, the Heart of Apocalypse is getting annoyed because Bruce keeps. He's like, you keep following my rules. No, you're just mad because I can figure out how to beat you at your own rules. So the next issue is going to be interesting.
No, this is the finale. This is 4-4.
Oh, it's wait. So it's gonna go back into the okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this goes back into the main book.
Yeah, it's going back to the main book because that's where the heart is kind of ticked off. The next thing. Well, I'm gonna shut up. But go ahead.
In Marvel, we got Amazing Spider-Man number 21. This is written by Joe Kelly with pencils by John Romita Jr. and Todd Knock. Inkers by Scott Hanna and Todd Knock. Colors by Marco Menez, Marty Garcia, and Erica Arquigenia. This is, I think, the finale of this current storyline. The art is passable when it's Todd Knock, because Todd Knock does know how to draw Spider-Man. I really do wonder if they're starting to wean off John Romita Jr. with different artists, because he's not doing as much art in this book as he was.
Yeah.
Norman, the big fight happens in the lobby of Oscorp, which Miles just takes care of it by doing a Mega Venom Blast and then passes out. But Kingsley's going after Norman's family, and Norman stops him, and then Pete just comes back. And the only reason you know how Pete gets back is by reading the Miles book from last week, which is also the full finale for Miles right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Miles Morales' Spider-Man is officially wrapped until May when a new writer takes over. But the Cody Ziegler run is officially over as of last week.
It's really interesting about this book because this is basically Norman's redemption arc.
Yes.
Which I thought was
actually Goblin makes a small appearance and he's like, so when am I coming out? And Norman's like, hopefully never, because I'm doing okay.
And the whole idea is just he could have ended him. He's like, well, it's like, and I thought he was. It's like I thought he was actually going to do it. And yeah, Peter showing up at the end kind of relieves Norman of the thing. But it was weird to see Norman and J. Jonah Jameson both acknowledge Peter while Peter wasn't there. He's like, that. I thought that was a nice moment. But yeah, that was a nice way to kind of redeem Norman as he was Spider-Man now that Peter's back. But that just means him and Hellgate are about to go back at it again.
Well, we got 15 issues, so I guarantee we're getting the Green Goblin in about 15 issues.
Probably.
Moving on over, we got one of the new X books that are coming out. This is Magic and Colossus. This is written by Ashley Allen, who was the writer of the previous Magic book. I am noticing a lot of these books are rebooting, so I think they're taking a page out of Steve Orlando's book, playbook of relaunch your next chapter under a new title every time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm going to love this book automatically because I'm very biased for Magic. I'm just putting it out there. We all know that. This was just a good book in general. I think she does a good job. We know she does a good job with Ileana. She does an equally good job with Peter. We see that Colossus is sleeping in the woods because magical things are trying to hunt him down, and as a result of him moving through towns, they're destroying villages, and then Ileana pops up and spends time with her brother. They go to their farm. They go to their local village, and a magical creature pops up looking for Peter. They fight her, and Colossus gets a hold of her, and the creature kind of taunts. It's like, you won't do it. And Colossus like, the man I used to be wouldn't. Then you just hear crack. And Peter, for his thing, is Colossus is still Colossus. He does not want to kill anybody, but with all the character development and stuff that's happened to him since Krakoa, he understands, like, at times you need to put people down.
I gotta take your word for it on this one. I didn't actually get a chance to read this one, but I'm gonna give the next issue a shot because again, Colossus doesn't really get a lot of books, so
yeah.
So I definitely want to see what they do with his character in this one.
Yep. So this is written by Ashley Allen, art by Jermaine Peralta, and colors by Arthur Hesley. Nova number 4. This is written by Jed McKay, art by Matteo Delafonte, and colors by Matteo Ionico. So they stop at a refueling station that they found out has energy reserves for Xandarian from Xandar. So they hook all the energy tubes to Nova to recharge him and nearly kills him. Meanwhile, this dude who looks like a cross between Lando Calrissian and Mr. T, who has appeared in numerous X-Men books, I think his name is Rexlo.
Yeah.
Steals Rich's ship. So Rich chases after him, and it turns out Rexlo was hired by Star-Lord to bring Rich to him so they can talk.
And this is why Star-Lord is still a dick.
Yep. Art's fantastic. Jed McKay, once again, we won't go into the huge spiel that I do over on Laserprint, but Jed McKay knows how to write small characters, lesser-known characters. We has more free reign to do with them. He is not that great when he has A-list characters that are already very well-defined personality and character-wise. He's not good on big teams.
Fair.
He's literally the opposite of Brian Michael Bendis.
Although this did feel like a Firefly. It did feel more like a Firefly episode reading this, which I'm not complaining
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Even though I'm not a big fan of Firefly, but only because it's a Western. I just don't like Westerns that much. I've only liked 2 Westerns, and one of them has to involve Bruce Campbell with the Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
I was gonna say Briscoe County Jr. or Tombstone.
Briscoe County Jr. and McClintock.
Fair enough.
Or no, and Quigley Down Under.
Okay.
Storm again. Storm got her book rebooted. This is now Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. This is written by Mirwa Adiole, art Frederica Manson, and colors by Java Tarkagila.
So is the last series done then, or did they just continue with a new name?
It's
Continue with the new name. So they like Storming, like Magic and Colossus. The last book, Magic, just flat Magic, ended, and now it's Magic and Colossus.
Yeah.
So Storm ended, and now it's Storm's Earth's Mightiest Mutant. Like how Scarlet, the Scarlet Witch from Scarlet Witch to Scarlet Witch and Vision to Scarlet Witch and the new Sorcerer's book and Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. This is a new arc, but they're relaunching it to keep sales high.
Okay.
So this does pick up from her big Storm thing. She's just hanging out with Susuno a whole bunch, which is the Japanese god of storms, and then fallout happens from her. This one's a little hard to follow, admittedly, because I did not keep up with the last Storm book. I know she did some stuff, and she's on the Avengers, but I haven't really been keeping up with this book. I know Kira has, so Kira may be able to fill in on this one. Just a town she was, I think, chilling at got ransacked by people, and they were counting on her to protect her, and that didn't happen. And then she was just chilling with Susuno.
Yeah. So it's still the ongoing battle from the original story. It's just transferring. It's just a new enemy. So she was supposed to actually protect this town, but apparently she just wasn't fast enough. So she's taking that to heart.
Yeah. Then we got this was a very big surprise to me. I really, really enjoyed this. So this is Uncanny X-Men number 23. This is secretly the New Mutants book. Remember, Exceptional X-Men is secretly Generation X. This is secretly New Mutants. So this is written by Gail Simone with art by David Marquez, and Matt Wilson is doing colors. This is split up into an A and B story again. So the A story is Gambit's acting really squirrely. So Rogue, Jubilee, Wolverine, and Nightcrawler go to do an intervention because, apparently there was something really wrong with Gambit because Gambit bit Rogue in their sleep and actually broke skin, and Rogue's like, "You broke my skin, so there's something up, honey." So naturally they think because Gambit's got that left eye of Agamotto, something's going on with him. Well, it turns out he's trying to rescue a cat, but also the eye of Agamotto is also corrupting him.
Yeah.
The B story is all the kids are chilling and eavesdropping in on the caretaker who's reading an old school Western comic to his granddaughter, his niece,
Granddaughter.
They're just very invested in the book.
They went from outside to inside. Even Deathstreak does it have
so much? But the kicker is also Bloodstone pops up at the end of the book with literally the Monster Squad. It is the entire roster of the Monster Squad, but it's all Marvel characters. So it's Marvel's Frankenstein, Werewolf by Night, Morbius, Marvel's Living Mummy, I think, and the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And then it dawned on me at the end of it with Elsa Bloodstone, it is literally just the complete Monster Squad roster. Yeah. Which just made me happy to know it. And then she's like, "Hey, I'm here for the Eye of Agamotto. Also, I'm here for this land you're on. I want it. And me and the monsters are going to take it from you."
Nice.
Even though Elsa Bloodstone talks about her dad and whatnot, it's my family has been one of the earliest advocates for mutant fair treatment because Dad was like, your kind were never monsters. You were just people with unfortunate or sometimes fortunate powers. But get the hell off the land I wanted.
Damn.
I really enjoyed this. this. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
always enjoy this book in general, but like this particular issue was just really good.
It's really interesting that they're kind of toying with Gambit and Rogue's relationship, even though they've always been rock solid. But to see Gambit just be taken over by the left eye of Agamotto, that's interesting.
Yeah. And then because we are keeping up with Sonic now, Sonic number 84, this is written by Evan Stanley and Ian Flynn, art by Mero Fonseca, and colors by Ismail Omar Atta. So this is the start of a new arc. This deals with the family dynamic of the Eggman family.
Mm-hmm.
You will love this, Tafari. So this deals with Belle the Tinkerer, who was made post the metal virus saga, when Robotnik got his mind erased and he thought he was just that Tinkerer dude who was like chilling and making stuff to help people.
Yeah.
And he makes Belle, and then he gains his memory back, and then we get Sage, who is Orbot and Cubebot do denote her as their little sister. And Eggman sends Sage to go get with Belle because something's going on with Metal Sonic. And Metal Sonic and Belle share somewhat of a similar cyber connection to each other. And Belle even has like this anti-installment system because Robotnik can try to remotely take her, but Belle shorts herself out to where she can't be taken over and just like makes fun of Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good sisterly dynamic between the two. And Sonic's also just there because it's his comic. But really, it's the dynamic between the two sisters. And this was a lot of fun. Because Sage is such an uppity brat.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they touch on the family dynamic in Crossworlds a little bit, where she basically asked Shadow, like, "Are we cousins?" He's like, "Yeah, I don't talk about the past anymore. You should move on too. Like, let's stop living." And I'm kind of sad Metal doesn't have voice lines because like the sass that he could also, because she talks to him as well as like the generic Eggman robot, but they just literally speak in like binary, so they don't actually have clapbacks for her.
Yeah. So something's up with Sonic, with Metal Sonic. He is damaged or corrupted. We're not really sure what. We see him for a hot second, and one of his eyes are gouged out with a larger eye receptor replacing it. Mm-hmm. But this is, I do want to see what's going on, because this was just a fun book because it's the two Eggman sisters, which are hilarious together.
Nice. All right.
And that's all the books.
Cool. Well, thank you for that, sir. So as we're about to wrap this up, guys, we do thank you all for watching, for liking, for letting people know this is live. We certainly appreciate that. Before we do shameless plugging, we do always go around, let people know where we are, what we're doing, where you can find us. I start with the man, the legend, the myth. The man is always working somewhere. Tafari TV, sir, we'll let people know what you're doing and where you can be found and other things.
Yeah, I am this name on all platforms except for streaming and upload gaming. So I am this name -gaming on YouTube now. I just uploaded the ending of my alternate dispatch path, where I tried going for Blonde Blazer and took the water guy on my team instead. So that just went up. I'm dropping a couple shorts here and there just on gaming news that comes across. Whew. Also allergies, because pulling games out of a dusty ass closet. Marathon was fun. If you missed any of it, I did 31 days of just power hour streams on the gaming channel. So if you want to see if any of those came out or see what I've been running through, surprisingly, a lot of people pulled up for Bakugan Battle Brawlers. So I may actually end up going and giving that a full run through once I'm settled. I need to just find the correct copy of the game this time. What else do I have going on? Oh yeah, skits are back on the main channel. I just did if Dispatch had anime characters, which is something I wanted to do when the game first came out, but I wanted to play it first to make sure like I was doing like accurate jokes and settings for the game. So that's out. It's like 9 minutes. If you get time, go watch it. I know my videos are getting like progressively longer, but I just have so much I end up putting in there. If you don't have an attention span, I'm also dropping like miniature segments of that video every day, probably for the next like 2 weeks, because that's how many segments I ended up making. And yeah, just short little rants and gaming vids here and there, reviewing Primal Season 3, which I'm going to try to catch up on tonight. But other than that, stay tuned, stick around. BlurredCon is coming up. If you want to be a part of the live stream, we have tiers for sale and ad space. And we have 1 week left of NAACP voting, so please cast your vote for Cleo Thomas.
All right. Thank you, sir. And also a man who's also busy as well. Joe, will let people know what you're doing and where they can find you at, sir? You muted, Joe.
Streaming a little bit, but not a whole lot. It just kind of depends because we're super bit stacked right now at both jobs. So streaming when I can. Over at Middle Tennessee Gaming, where I'm usually doing stuff there, either helping people out or playing games. Making laser print, we just put out episode 6. That's how tired I am. Episode 6, which was a double length episode, even though we just don't, I don't keep count. It still came out to like 35 minutes. But we covered the last 2 this week and last week's books because we didn't do an episode last week because of the snowstorm. So I covered 2 weeks worth of books in about 35 minutes. So go give that a listen. Get you caught up on some books. Again, I will tell you when I'm biased on stuff. They had a really weird Green Lantern issue where they introduced a new character named Bruno, and he's just gold Mr. Joe Fix-It. Yeah. Other than that, I'm around as much as everybody else. Just I'm not a big TikToker. I'm not a big Instagrammer unless it's food or my cats or costuming. I know Nashville Celebrity Comic Con's going on right now, but I don't got money for that.
Oh, it's tomorrow, isn't it?
No, it's happening right now. Well, it did happen right now. It's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. But like, I don't have money for both tickets and to go do $175 worth of. I'm pulling that number out of my butt, but like that amount for like an autograph from a single person. They got a great lineup. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. But yeah, man, look.
I just got bills I got to pay. So, you know.
Don't we all? But all right. Well, before I do get to myself, I do want to do shameless plugging as we usually do, because first and foremost, shout out to Blurred Station. As Tafari mentioned, Blurred Station is running a live stream for BlurredCon, and if you do have a show or a product or just something that you want to promote during the live stream of March 6th through 8th, simply put, go to blurredstream.com, select the live stream, and once you do that, you'll be able to see the pricing. We actually have 4-tier advertising pricing. You'll be able to see it there. Click on that, as you can see what you get for all tiers. So if you do have something you do want to promote, definitely go to blurredstation.com, hit the live stream area. You can definitely do that. And also, Blurred Station has content as well. Movies, television, anime, you name it. $10.99 a month to stream on Blurred Station, and Blurred Station can be streamed on all smart devices. Definitely check it out. You will not be disappointed. Also, check us out, the Gambit Podcast, on YouTube at the GB Podcast. You can like, share, subscribe to the notification button, so anytime that we do go live, you'll be able to see it, plus be able to watch every other episode that we've done since then. Again, we cannot do any of this without your support, so definitely like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it. Also, check out Blurred's Eye View. Why? Because myself and Tafari are on there as well every Tuesday and Thursday. And also, thanks to Tafari, you can follow the rest of our crew directly from that page. You can follow Room Full of Blurs. You can follow the Get Bit Podcast. You can follow How the Cracker Got Here. You can follow Navy Montel. You can follow Geek by Heart, Show Quo, Lore of the Culture, and of course, the man, the myth, legend himself, Mr. Tafari TV there. You can always subscribe from there, and as well follow us on Blurred's Eye View every Tuesday and Thursday. Definitely check out Navy Montel. He actually a little bit earlier got to interview Cleo Thomas for an hour and a half. Fun show. Also check out Room Full of Blurs, and she will be back. She'll be back with her show this Sunday. And Geek by Heart is already back streaming again, so definitely set the notification so you'll know when she goes live. You will not be disappointed. And speaking of Mr. Cleo Thomas, just like Tafari said, if you actually go to the NAACP website, for the Image Awards, you definitely want to go to where it says Outstanding Digital Content Creator, Gaming and Tech. And as you can see, Mr. Mac and Cheese himself right there, Cleo Thomas, you definitely want to vote for him and submit your vote. You can do this on a daily basis. We only have 1 week left, and this man, again, 30 years in the entertainment game, and this is the first time he's ever been nominated for anything. So we definitely want to show our support. Like I said, it's a daily vote. You can, if you have multiple emails, you can vote multiple times. But definitely show your support because again, he is definitely needing it. He is definitely much deserving of an award, even though everyone in that field that you see right there are all well deserving. But we definitely want to show this man support because he really, really deserves to have that accolade of recognition. So if you do so, definitely go to the NAACP awards site and be able to do that. We would much appreciate it. As for myself, guys, Black_Spartan615. You can find me on my socials. You can follow me there. I usually talk to everybody. Just don't make it weird. I don't have to start blocking people. Streaming. I am actually, if I'm not tonight, it'll definitely be tomorrow night. I decided that since Resident Evil Requiem is a couple of days from being released, actually a couple of weeks from being released, I actually want to do a rerun through of Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation. I will probably be starting that tonight, and we will try to finish that before Requiem because when Requiem does come out, I will be live streaming my first playthrough of that. So definitely check me out on Twitch, again, at Twitch, Black_Spartan615 from there. And also we'll be doing another run through of Expedition 33 as well. So again, guys, hoping to make the next couple of weeks fun because a lot of the games that we're expecting to come out, Omnimusha, Way of the Sword, Requiem, I know I'm missing a couple more games. Phantom Blade Zero doesn't come out until later in the fall, but we're going to cover that as well. But yeah, definitely follow me there. And again, I'm trying to get better about talking to people. I'm trying to get to where I can actually screen and play at the same time. Not as a easier setup as Tafari TV when he does his, but I'm working on it. At the same time, guys, protect your mental, protect your peace. Mental health is important. Whatever the mind does, the body follows. So please make sure you are definitely taking care of your mental as well as your health. And speaking of health, guys, go to the doctor. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not just saying this because Kev on stage was just trying to give a heartfelt sentiment about guys being going to the doctor. But seriously, guys, you can go to the gym, you can still work out, but please go to your doctor. Please get seen. Please make sure that you're getting all the right checkups. Because trust me, you really don't want to wait till it's too late. So definitely do that. Also, the rules still do apply, guys. Respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplayer is not consent. Please treat like human beings. Number 2, hygiene is important. Wash your ass. Use soap, use water, use deodorant. You have clean clothes on. Everybody will appreciate it. And the other rule that I have for myself, that I have for everybody else, be nice, be kind, talk and share your fandoms. Don't be a dick and you won't get jumped. Also, guys, it is the weekend. I understand this is a weekend that doesn't have Mother Nature icing or snowing us in. It is the weekend, guys. Please use your head, make smart decisions, go home happy. That's all I'm saying. Outside of that, we hope to be back here next week, San Get Bit Time, San Get Bit channel with news of the week that you guys can use. Again, we do thank everybody that's been rocking with us. We certainly appreciate that. Any last words before you go? Any last words for call tonight, fellas?
Happy February. Find something that don't doom scroll like we've been saying. I know there's some crazy stuff in the world, but like there's a difference between like absorbing that knowledge and that knowledge absorbing you. Some of y'all are spiraling on the timeline, and it's kind of not a good look.
And it is Black History Month. I do challenge everybody. There are so many of our stories out there that honestly have yet to be, don't really get shared a lot. So if you do, go to your local library, use the internet properly. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of history out there, a lot of names that aren't really getting the recognition that they should. And yes, February is a short month, but you can be Black 365 all year. But definitely, knowledge is everything, and knowledge empowers as well as gives you power. Joe, what about you, sir? Any last words we call tonight? As you're muted.
No, my NyQuil is kicking in, so I'm fading fast.
Fair enough.
Understood.
That being said, I've been Spartan. He's been Tafari. He's been Show Guy Joe. This has been the Give It Podcast for Night, guys. Thank you all for watching. Do take care of yourselves and each other, and I promise we will get through this. Live long and prosper, guys. We are out. Peace.